So maraming similarities when it comes to investing in the stock market and doing your own business. So pag-usapan natin yun. Hello, I'm Renzo. I'm from Investagrams and I've been investing for more than 5 years now. And we go to different schools, different companies to teach people the basics of investing. So when we teach the basics of investing, there are mainly two things that you have to take into consideration. And it is fundamental and technical analysis. Yung fundamental analysis, you have to really understand the company. To do that, you have to know what products and services do they provide, anong industriya yung business na yun, are they earning on a yearly or quarterly basis, and you really have to go within the company and try to understand what is this company all about. And when you know that, you can arrive at a certain value, and that value will determine if it's worth investing in that kind of company or business. Another thing is technical analysis, wherein we usually look at charts. We look at recognizable patterns and price action that will determine if it is the right time to buy this specific stock. So no matter what fundamentals they provide, if mali yung timing mo, it wouldn't really make sense. So people tend to focus on one thing, either technical or fundamentals. But I believe if you have a good grasp on both, you can be a very successful investor. And it's almost the same thing with regards to business. Because you have to know the fundamentals of the business that you want to start. What kind of products or services do you want to provide? What are the pains or problems that you want to solve? What are some business ideas na pumapasok sa isip mo na bagay sa personality mo? So, yun yung fundamentals, and doing business is about giving value to your customers or your consumers. Because doing business is to uplift other people's lives. Hindi naman siya about money kaagad-agad, although it will come. Pero to do a successful business, you have to know the why or the purpose of doing that kind of business. For technical analysis naman, you also have to take into consideration the timing of when you should start this kind of business. So maraming factors that come in play. For example, technological advancement or yung wide acceptance of it. So if you want to start your online business, you wouldn't have started it too early when the internet was created. Because it wouldn't make sense, wala pa masyadong gumagamit sa internet, wala pang mga mobile phones that would allow people to access the internet. So if Facebook, Grab, Uber, Shopee, Lazada, if the online businesses started too early, it would have taken decades and decades bago pa sila mapansin or bago pa sila kumita ng pera. Kasi wala pang tao sa internet nun. So you have to take into consideration yung wide acceptance of that technology na gusto mong i-integrate dun sa business na gusto mong gawin. So another thing you have to take into consideration is yung government or yung legalities of that specific country that you are in. You have to make sure that the government will support the kind of business that you want to do. You have to make sure that no legalities or laws will prohibit you or make it hard for you to do business. It can either be taxes or any rules that will not allow you to do that kind of business. So kapag may mga ganong restrictions, you have to wait for certain legalities to be passed or a certain kind of government to rise up to help you do that kind of business. Another thing I learned from a book is GDP. When GDP increases, tumataas rin yung standard of living ng mga tao, and therefore tumataas yung capacity ng tao to buy things. So pag tumaas yung GDP, mas may chance ka to provide higher end products or higher priced products and services because syempre mas maraming pera yung mga tao. So that's also a good way to look at timing and when you should start selling certain kinds of products. That's why I think e-commerce is doing good now, and in the future e-commerce can really be a bigger industry for us. So those are the two concepts that you have to consider, no, when doing business. And you need to focus on your fundamentals by understanding ano yung purpose ng business, ano yung gusto mong i-provide para sa mga tao. And timing wise, you can't always start too early, you can't be too late, or you can naman but it will be more difficult for you to be successful in that kind of business. So for another example of mine and a personal failure of mine, I tried to start a business way back when I finished high school, and we designed this product that is a VR headset wherein you can put your phone and you can watch and play VR games, VR videos. So the problem was the product was too heavy and it was very uncomfortable to wear, and it cost a lot to produce just one unit of the product. So if you look at the business model, the fundamentals were way off, and it wasn't really a good fundamental business. So of course we couldn't sell our product, and nahiya pa nga akong ibenta kasi I don't want to give something na hindi valuable to the other person. So if I listen to user feedback, if I listen to user experience, I could have made the product better, more lighter, more comfortable to use. I could have looked for different distributors that can offer me lower costs. And timing wise or technical analysis wise, maganda sana yung timing because nung time na yon hindi pa sikat yung VR, and maraming naglabasan after nun ng mga VR boxes na sobrang mura, and it's hard to compete na. Especially ngayon, medyo advanced na yung technology ng VR. So, yun yung personal failures ko. Medyo nakakahiyang i-share. Pero that's also the reason why we are doing this business talks, we are doing business content, because gusto ko rin matuto, and at the same time, gusto namin i-share yun sa lahat sa inyo. Kasi gusto namin mag-build ng community na supportive of each other, hindi tayo nagbabash ng isa't isa, because business is one of the things that can help you and uplift your lives financially and uplift other people's lives. So ayun guys, sana may natutunan kayo. Please like and share the video, like our Facebook page para updated kayo palagi. So that's it. If you want to listen to the previous business talks, links in the description. Sana may value kayong nakuha dito sa video na to. Paalam mga ka-investa.